James Martell here. WebmasterRadio.fm has something that every affiliate marketer should be buzzing about. Introducing the WebmasterRadio.fm mobile app, now available in the iTunes Store or on Google Play. Listen to our live stream at your leisure and download episodes of the Affiliate Buzz, plus sample episodes of great affiliate marketing shows like Affiliate Marketing Today and Affiliate Marketing Insider. For affiliate marketing news and information you can use right on your smartphone, download the WebmasterRadio.fm mobile app for iTunes and Google Play now.
WebmasterRadio.fm proudly presents the longest-running program on affiliate marketing. Welcome to Affiliate Buzz. Our hosts, James and Arlene Martell, are here to inspire, inform, and motivate you with expert insight, interviews, and information that will increase your bottom line. Advance your affiliate marketing efforts every week on Affiliate Buzz. Now, please welcome James and Arlene.
Hi, it's James Martell here, and welcome to another edition of the Affiliate Buzz. It's great to have you with us. I'm here with Arlene, my wife and co-host, and today we're going to be talking about the big adventure, traveling with your laptop. And is it a real possibility as a successful affiliate marketer? Arlene, you and I have been talking about this a lot lately, haven't we?
We sure have. You know, we're getting to the point now where the kids are pretty much all moved out. And it's time for you and I to do a bit of traveling. So we're looking forward to that. Oh,
it's so good. I do know that Jonathan and Carrie, we've had a chance to interview them a few times. They traveled. They were out for about 2.5 years, I believe. And they hit something like 29 or 39 different countries. Yeah. Just had a ride. We had a chance to talk with them many times on the Buzz during their travels.
Yep.
And also Ed and Lois K. Smith from Australia. We had a chance to actually be part of their big adventure because they ended up in Vancouver here for a week.
That's right. Yeah, you know, they're so lucky to be able to do that. And Carrie and Jonathan, they don't have kids, so it was real easy for them just to pack up and travel the world. But they've got a really great website, carrieandjonathan.com, and a lot of tips on travel and stuff that you can get from them as well when you're traveling around the world with your laptop.
And then Ed and Lois, they were the laptop nomads, and I know they had their little daughter Sasha out with them. They were out for I think a grand total of 7 months. And you and I, now that the gang is out, Justin of course is in his own place. Shelby's married, has her they bought their own condo. In both cases they're very, very settled in. They have great jobs and good careers. So we don't have any problem leaving them behind at all. Little Victoria is our little nemesis, or my little arch nemesis at this moment. And but she was just accepted to 2 different universities, so she'll be heading off. I guess when, in September?
Yeah, so University of Victoria is where she wants to go, and she starts in September. But she'll be gone the entire summer back to Camp Kiwanis as a camp counselor, a leader, and she'll be gone like basically as soon as she graduates, end of June. We're not going to see her again for a while.
And then of course Adam, he'll be coming with us. He'll be wherever we end up going, and I'd like to talk a little bit about what the plans are and how we're basically beginning to organize this. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about this whole idea of getting away and actually traveling as an affiliate. You and I have traveled a lot, but it's always been for a week or 10 days or maybe for a 6-day conference, or we've done a few 3-week trips with the kids, whether it be down the West Coast through Washington State into Seattle, down through Oregon, and then spending a couple weeks in California and doing all the sites there. Another time we headed off to Florida. We stayed in Fort Lauderdale, if I recall, for a day or two, then headed up to Disney World for a week, then headed back down to the Miami area, hopped on a cruise ship for, I think it was 10 days. And overall, we were gone again for 3 weeks. But this idea of being able to break away for 3 or 4 or 5 months at a time, that's pretty exciting. I've dreamed about doing this for a very long time. You and I have talked about it a lot. But of course, when you're kind of buckled down with kids, that makes it difficult. No matter how well you do in the online world, you kind of, if you're not careful, you can get stapled geographically to your locale. And the beautiful thing about working online is we don't necessarily have to live that way, because as long as we got a high-speed internet connection and a laptop, we're good to go, aren't we?
We are. So I know you and I talked, and I know this has been a dream of yours for a long time. And I think you finally convinced me that it's time to do it. But we want to take off, and we want to go away for 3 or 4 months. So we have, some ideas, but we don't know yet where we're going to go.
That's true, and I think that's part of the fun of it. So what I'd like to pose the question to everyone is, if and maybe you have this on your bucket list as well. If you could go away for 3 to 4 or 5 months, where exactly would you go? Where would you go? Would you go to one place and hunker down there, get a little condo, and maybe live in Maui, or live down in Mexico, or head over to one of the beautiful Caribbean islands? Where exactly would you go? Or would you, and we're debating this as well, where would we go? Would we do that? Would we pick one place and maybe use it as a satellite and venture out from there? Or would it be a traveling trip like Ed and Lois did, and Jonathan and Carrie did, where they were basically on the move every month from one place to another? And
Right.
It's an interesting thought. What do you think?
It's a big decision. It's a big decision. I want to go somewhere English speaking, and definitely not too hot or too humid. So those are considerations as well. So would love to get some suggestions from anyone out there.
Yes, if any of you have any feedback on that, of course, we all live in the affiliate world all over the planet. And I know I was talking to William Highland last week, and he's in Ireland. And he said, James and Arlene, you got to come over and visit us. We got an extra bedroom. And that's an interesting idea, because that would actually get us a little bit on the move. And I think getting on the move, I don't want to get into an area and have to leave thinking we haven't seen it enough of it yet. So that's one thing. But I also want to see more than just one particular place. It's kind of the way I'm leaning. Almost like the cruise ship, where you get on this big, beautiful $500 million to $1 billion hotel, and it just moves around. And every other morning or so, you're waking up in a new port with a new adventure to take in. Also, Arlene, we do work on our laptops. When we did go on these, even the 3-week trips, there's things that we need to do just to kind of monitor and make sure things are moving forward. But it is very practical, isn't it?
It's very practical. And I think it'd be easy for us to do.
You have a way. I know the last time you took off with, where did you go? It was for a week in the summertime. You took off with Adam, and you ended up meeting up with your sister and their son, and their son Connor.
Yeah.
And you took your laptop. How did you work that out?
So that worked out perfectly, because we traveled around. We were gone a week, and I just got up every morning a little bit earlier than everyone else, went downstairs to where I could get internet connection, and just worked quietly in a little spot where I wasn't interrupting anyone, no one was interrupting me, and spent a couple of hours on there. And then in the evening, I would go back again after dinner, when got my sister to take, the 2 kids somewhere, and just spend another hour on there. So 3 hours a day was plenty of time to keep up with what I needed to do.
And I bet you skipped out a day or two as well.
It was great.
So I guess if any of you are listening and you happen to be in an area that we might be going through, definitely or let us know where you are, and maybe we can head over in your direction. It would be definitely great to meet up with listeners and to talk about it. And and even in the case with William Highland, I think what we could do with William is, if we do stay there, we will be, and I would love to do it. We've done this with other students and who've become great friends of ours. I know Brent and Betty Truitt out in Calgary. We've done that with them a couple of times, and we'd be happy, of course, to do some free coaching for you. So just an idea, maybe we'll plant that seed. But we're going to be up and out. We're going to be packing up the house. We're going to be putting everything into storage for a few months. How long do you think we're practically going to be out?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I realistically can see 4 months. That's kind of the time frame I had in mind.
I don't think we're going to want to come back other than to see the kids. And I think we're probably going to be, at least in a few weeks of the vacation, we're going to end up being in somewhere where they're going to want to come. So we'll probably be able to book basically a family get together in hopefully some exotic warm place. I do know my biggest preference is usually to have sandy beach, turtle, crystal clear blue water, light Pacific breeze is always a good thing. A hut doesn't need to be a palace, just a hut. As long as it's got a little desk that we can plop down once in a while, or a nice internet cafe close, and a laptop, and we are absolutely good to go. So, Arlene, I can see we are up against the break. Let's continue the discussion. We'll be right back.
More Affiliate Buzz coming up after we hear from our sponsors.
Johnson, what's this Mantis I keep hearing about? Do we need to call an exterminator?
No, sir. Moby Mantis is our new SMS marketing tool.
SM what?
SMS, text messaging. Moby Mantis lets us communicate directly with our customers in real time. We can send promos, coupons. It even lets our customers market for us by sharing offers with their friends online. It's been great for business.
Sounds expensive.
Actually, I signed us up for an extended free trial. It hasn't cost us a dime.
Good work, Johnson. I guess the only thing we'll be exterminating is the competition.
To get your free extended trial of Moby Mantis, text radio to 21691. That's radio to 21691 for Moby Mantis.
Building better search engine rankings takes the right formula. Tracking those rankings is super simple. All you need is authoritylabs.com. Authority Labs uses automated daily rank tracking tools to monitor your site's performance or leverage their API to build your own tools. No matter what animal-labeled algorithms affect your ranking, you should be using Authority Labs. Unlimited users for no additional cost and white labeling can help keep your clients updated and save countless hours of creating reports. Whether you're running sites with just a few or millions of keywords, what you need is authoritylabs.com.
Do you look at the task of ranking your site at the top of the search engines like you would climbing the top of Mount Everest? It doesn't have to be. TopSEOs.com knows how hard that climb can be, and they can make top ranking a reality. Top SEOs sends you to only the right search vendors and agencies that they know will work for you. Since 2002, TopSEOs.com has reviewed and researched the best search engine marketing agencies and solutions providers. Don't risk the cost of falling off the proverbial peak of search rankings. Let Top SEOs give you peace of mind. TopSEOs.com, the independent authority on...
Time now to hear some more Affiliate Buzz on webmasterradio.fm. Here's James and Arlene.
Yes, I'm here with Arlene, and today we're talking about the big adventure traveling with your laptop. And is it a real possibility for affiliate marketers? And I think, Arlene, we've probably answered the question that it is.
Yeah, I think we've answered the question. I think for sure, if you can just, if you're at a time in your life where you can just get away, it's an awesome idea. And I think that the experience is going to be well worth the planning that it's going to take to do it.
Exactly. And I don't know how we're going to go about it, because I can see there's all kinds of little hurdles that we're going to have to work out. Being even simple little things, as we just signed a deal with the phone company for 3 years of internet and internet TV and cell phone services. So there's going to be a bunch of little things we're going to have to figure out, and I think we could probably touch base on the buzz over the next few months as we work up to this. We're looking to probably head out somewhere July, August, September. We haven't even nailed that down yet.
No,
but that'll be fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shift gears if we could. You and I have been working on some documents for the bootcamp, the Affiliate Marketers Bootcamp, and I thought we should talk about them, because whether somebody takes the bootcamp or not, these documents are very powerful, and they really make it easy for somebody to create a site. And of course, if you're going to be out traveling around, you want to make sure you're being as efficient as possible and making sure you've got some of the documents and stuff in place to make things easy for you to construct and manage, and to continue to market and promote your site is always a good thing to be focused on. So in the boot camp that's within the School of Internet Marketing, we actually recorded that session live, or that training live. It's a series of 14 video tutorials that takes you from the very beginning, whether you've never built a site or not, right through to the end where you have an absolutely beautiful website. And the website that we actually constructed within the Affiliate Marketers Bootcamp, Arlene, if you recall, was solvingbackpain.com by Peter Woodhead.
That's right.
And during the boot camp, what we did is, as we got through the various lessons, and you start off with things as simple as how to get and stay organized and how to choose a topic that's right for you. There's 2 full sessions on that. How to make sure it's profitable, how to make sure you check off the entire checklist of all the things you need to consider when you're putting a site together and you're selecting an affiliate program for that website to make sure you've got as many of the boxes checked as you can. One of the documents that we create is what we call the master site plan. And it literally is a plan that you put into a document. It could be a Microsoft Word document, or it could be a Google document, where we itemize, in our particular case, every single little thing that we're going to be doing within that website. And if you recall, Arlene, it begins with a full-on table of contents. Mm-hmm. And it starts off with the scope of work. It identifies the team members that are required to actually construct the site, whether it be a writer or somebody who's going to handle some of the technical end, a graphic designer, and all the little pieces and all the people that are required to really put together a professional site. We've got the project descriptions and the work orders for the creation of the content, whether it be the product reviews and the how-to guides and the blog posts, and even down to little things like the style of writing that we like and that we would like the writer to provide us back. We give them example headline styles. We give them the information they need to create the About the Editor page, the Contact Us page, all the agreement pages, whether it be the privacy policy or the disclaimer, the FTC disclosure, the terms of service, and then the work orders for the graphic designer to create the headers, the thumbnails, all of the images for the site, and also for the installation and setup of WordPress. Because one of the things, as you recall, Arlene, we teach people what they need to do, but then we teach them how to outsource it, so they're not feeling like they have to do all the work.
Yeah, so these documents are so important because they're a complete blueprint for your site. Much like building a house, you have a blueprint for your house, and it really builds the whole foundation for what your site's going to look like.
Looking at another document here, so that was the master site plan. There is another one here that's also extremely important, and it's called the visitor profile. Right. And whereas the master site plan, how many pages is this? It is 36 pages, whereas the visitor profile it's 2 pages. And the visitor profile is a page that we recommend anybody who's constructing a website in the affiliate marketing space to follow through with this exercise. And it's really what it is. What it says, it's profiling your visitor. So in the case of the solvingbackpain.com website, we focused on and figured out who the perfect visitor for that website would be. Anyone with mild to severe back pain. They would be, of course, adult men and women primarily, possibly elderly people, or someone who may have had an accident, or someone who may have had back surgery or is considering back surgery. And then we delved into how do they feel. Well, they're frustrated, they're desperate, low quality of life, they are in pain, and there's about 20 points there. Then we answer the question, what problem are they attempting to solve? And we, of course, relief from back pain is the big one there. And they've probably looked at other treatment plans, and they're wondering about their long-term prognosis. So all of this stuff and other categories as well. We pour all of this information into a document. What would they like to, what will they see when they get on the site? What do you want them to be able to do? When they arrive on the website, and we did this with your site with epilepsymoms.com. Yeah. When they arrive on the site, how would you like them to feel?
Exactly. You want to know exactly what your visitor is thinking and feeling and wanting to do when they get to your site.
And of course, the more detailed and the more you can niche in on that and the more you understand the problems that they're having, the easier it is for you to offer up the solutions. And all of this information is primarily designed, including with the master site plan, where we give the writers the work orders and the graphic designers the work orders and the details, so they can actually create the graphics for us and create the content, whether it be the written text or the audios or video, whatever it is, so that they can create content that's perfectly targeting an exact person who's having that problem. And this really helps with conversion rate, because if you know know the problems they're having and who they are, you can of course do a much better job in addressing their needs and providing them with solutions, which is typically sending them off to a merchant for a product or service that they probably really need because you found it for them and you've showcased it on the site. So Arlene, I can see we're up against a break. Let's talk about, there's one other document here. There's a number of them within the course that we go through, but there's another one here called the homepage, it's the optimization worksheets, and it covers each of the pages within the site. So let's talk about that right after the break.
More Affiliate Buzz coming up after we hear from our sponsors.
Oh yeah, my day is done. Time for happy hour.
You're already done for the day?
Yeah, because I use CertifiedKnowledge.org. Their PPC tools literally save me hours every day.
How do you keep on top of all of Google's new features?
Easy. With Certified Knowledge, their interactive learning modules keep me up to date. And if there's something I don't know, I can watch their video lessons without having to hunt around the Google help files.
Great. I'm ready to expand my knowledge.
Hi, I'm Brad Geddes. I'm the only leader officially supported by Google to teach the advanced.
Looking for a white label SEO and social platform for your clients? Think
eBrands.
Free and unlimited SEO audit reports.
eBrands.
Premium Facebook apps and welcome page creators.
eBrands.
Twitter management app, analytics, and mobile site generators.
eBrands.
Let eBrands manage your search and social media campaigns and give you and your clients access to their white label dashboard, which have great reports that will wow your clients and deliver great ROI and results. Try eBrands for 30 days. Go to eBrandsWithAZ.com or call 1-866-625-5717. That's eBrands with a Z for
eBrands.
Rise links and web indexes. Take a bow to the largest link map in the world. Majestic SEO. Majestic SEO wields its virtual sword with speed and accuracy to deliver detailed reports of your company's link data and that of your competition. Let Majestic SEO make you your own king of internet marketers and join the crusade of clients and agencies that have chosen the noble choice for link intelligence. MajesticSEO.com. Maximize ROI to use your time and let Majestic wield its mighty sword. MajesticSEO.com. It's good to be king.
Time now to hear some more Affiliate Buzz on WebmasterRadio.fm. Here's James and Arlene.
With Arlene, and we are currently in a discussion about some of the components of the Affiliate Marketers Bootcamp that are included, of course, along with the bootcamp, but could also be constructed on your own as you're putting together your website. Now, Arlene, let's talk about the optimization worksheets. These actually have been extremely popular because they really help people organize their website on an individual page-by-page basis, including all of the written word, their graphics, their audio, whatever happens to be going on the page, and including their keyword phrases to make sure that they're properly optimizing these pages as they're being created. This document here, I'm just looking at it now on the screen. It's 12 pages long, so it's not overly long. And 12 pages is usually around the number of pages that we build to get the core of a website together. The home page, the product pages, the privacy policies, all of the little pages, the contact us page, all of these little pages that we need to construct to really put the core of the website together. And I don't know if you've got them in front of you, but in front of me I've got, for example, the homepage optimization worksheet. And it's a single page. It's on, in this particular case, it's a PDF for students. It's printable, and then they can just print it out and put it together in a little, maybe put a staple in the corner of all 12. And then they can just sit down and begin to figure out which each page is going to be optimized for. So if I scroll down a little bit, there's one for the home page. There's one for the product review page. There's the how-to guides pages, the blog pages, and so on. So, of course, if you're going to do a product review, you only need one optimization worksheet for each one, and it's the same worksheet for each. But to give you an example, it'll start off with the merchant. Who's the merchant? And it'll be, for example, i.e. the Healthy Back Institute at losethebackpain.com. So that would be one of the merchants for Peter on solvingbackpain.com. What's the product? So we know the merchant's the Healthy Back Institute. What's the product? Well, it's a teeter hangups inversion table. and it's actually specifically model number EP550. What will the file name be for this website? Well, we look to the primary keyword for the page, which we've designed, which is the Teeter Hangups Inversion Table Review. So the file name will be Teeter Hangups Inversion Table Review, separated by dashes. And then we've got the primary, the tier 2 secondary keywords. We've got the alt tag figured out. The title tag is here. The description meta tag, the headline, and then there's a space for notes about the content. And of course, when we're putting pages together, and Arlene, you've experienced this, if we're not organized and we're just kind of slapping pages together, they don't really have that much of a chance to rank too well, do they?
No, and the thing is, this gives you a real, a little worksheet that you can absolutely work from and know that you've not missed anything on that page.
It really works well, too, because if you do, at least in my world, if I'm working on my computer, it's a whole different atmosphere for me than working with a printed document with a pen in my hand, where I can sit down and take notes and maybe get away from the computer and my email and all the stuff that goes on my Twitter and my Facebook and all that stuff, and just go sit down and think through what I want these pages about. Then I can go do a little bit of keyword research. Then I can go sit down again, and I can map out these 12 pages. And I know that I've constructed really good pages when I'm done. And then in the future, and I'm seeing some of our existing students make this huge mistake right now. We call them tweakmeisters, where they build a beautiful website, and then what they do is they start to pull things apart because they didn't document exactly what they did in the first place, which they did accurately, but they forgot, and now they're pulling on the thread and they're rearranging things, and they're not really realizing they're taking apart a lot of their very good work. Whereas if you have things documented through your optimization worksheets, you know exactly what you put together and why. So in addition to the home page and the product pages and the what we call the how-to guides, the blog posts, the About the Editor page, the Contact Us page, the privacy policy page, the disclaimer page, the FTC disclosure page, the terms of service page, we've got optimization worksheets for all of those. And then on top of that, we've got these same worksheets for the graphics. So if you're going to put together, I'm looking at the one here for the header graphic. Logo text, what's the text going to be in the logo? What's the tagline? What's the height and width of this graphic? Is there a photo in it? Yes, I would like to include a photo of myself, and I would like it to be justified to the right. Would you like to use the logo text and the tagline? Yes, I would like to have you create a simple logo text or logo and tagline, and I would like it justified to the left. And then the theme colors, you give them a link to the theme so they know what the color of the theme is that they're creating the graphics for, and so on. So these three documents, the visitor profile, the master site plan, and the optimization worksheet, are all part of the bootcamp, and they're designed to take you from the very beginning in a really simple, and you can verify this, Arlene, step-by-step process. So by the time that you're done, you have a website constructed that is at the same quality of the solvingbackpain.com website, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just the way to do it, step by step, with a little plan in place.
Funny, I'm just getting pinged over on Skype here on my right-hand monitor from Stephanie, who's one of our instructors at the School of Internet Marketing. Wonderful, wonderful lady we know out of Miami Beach, and she's put together the Facebook 101 for Small Business course, and I know she's now just finishing up Twitter 101 for Small Business as well. And just a great lady. We'd love to have her as part of the School of Internet Marketing. Now, Arlene, we've got a couple of things there we were going to mention. Just kudos out to Carol Newman.
Absolutely. Carol's got an awesome site called biogirlhealth.com, and she's been working so hard on her podcasting. James, you've been really involved with her on that.
Yes, I have been, and she's doing just an absolutely fabulous job, because she's a lot of people, if they ever get to the point of podcasting, they will do one, maybe two shows, and then you don't usually see another one forever. In Carol's case, not only has she embraced it, she's really starting to knock it out of the park. And she's just published her 11th podcast. If you head over to biogirlhealth.com and then click on the banner ad in the right-hand corner, that'll take you directly over to Spreaker Web Radio, where you can find her BioGirl Health show and have a listen. You'll hear that it's got the professional intro, the outro, and she's got a professional host, and they just do a great job. And she had never done a podcast in her life, so it just goes to show that with a little determination and a little stick-to-itness, you can really get it done. And I'll be excited to see where that show will be in a year.
Yeah, absolutely. Her topics look amazing for anybody interested in health.
Arlene, I can see we are unfortunately out of time. You can follow me at James Mortel on Twitter. New episodes of the Affiliate Buzz can be heard every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific. You can access the archives for our previous shows on webmasterradio.fm, jamesmortel.com, and on iTunes. Arlene, thanks so much. And to our listeners, thanks for listening to another edition of the Affiliate Buzz.
This has been a presentation of webmasterradio.fm, the world's largest business-to-business radio and podcast network. We welcome you to sample past episodes of this program, as well as our complete library of programs, on demand or on the air via our 24/7 live audio stream at www.webmasterradio.fm. The opinions expressed on this program are those of the guests and hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of webmasterradio.fm's management or sponsors. Any rebroadcast or redistribution without authorized consent of webmasterradio.fm is prohibited.